Hi guys, this is Emnel, and we are back playing Mamluks with Cradle of Civilization. Now, let's talk a little bit about religion, or rather Islam. As you can see, there is a bunch of new icons all over the map, and let's see what they mean. As you can see, as I mentioned, there are 7 schools of Islam. Each of them gives some kind of bonus first of all, for the nation that follows it. As you can see, every nation has their own icon. For example, as you can see, Ottomans are Hanafi school. So are those Alcunilu, well, let's say Alcunilu, and so on and so forth. So here, example, in Fars there is Malaki, and those 3 are for Shia. So as you can see, there are nations with red, blue, and green right here. And as you can see, those are really good bonuses right here. Additional shock damage and shock damage received. Something we will need to get to fight the Ottomans, or at least it would be nice to have. So there is an option, as you can see, to invite a scholar from other school, and which is, as you can see, for example, as soon as we get 150 with our allies right here, we'll be able to pay 50 administrative power and get this bonus for 20 years, which is nice, but I mean, nothing to write home about. Now, it basically barely pays for itself if you level up twice, so in those 20 years, so I guess it will save us 50 or 150, perhaps 50 or 100 admin tech in that time. So increase the expansion impact is alright. Development cost is that will be nice because we'll need to do some development, so it's always nice to have. But those are the ones that we need. However, first of all, we need to have 150 be plus 150 for one of the nations that follows this school, or rather those 2. We don't really care about this legitimacy one. And we need our piety to be at minus 50. And also we need to be allied with them. So basically we want to pump the relation to 150, including an alliance, get the scholar and then cancel the alliance. That's our goal. As you can see, we are at plus 55 piety right now, so that's not going to happen. However, this whole thing, this is monarch related, which means that as soon as our 73-year-old kicks the bucket, we will get sort of a reset. So there's that. Same goes to those government interactions you might have noticed. So this is going to tick up every year based on the base plus how good our guy is. But it's not affected by focus and such, just his own ability. And once it reaches 100, we can use those things, which is, for example, here 1 year of minus 5 power costs, which is okay, I guess, but I'm going to write home about. And this is a point where culture of our Sultan makes sense, because our Sultan is Circassian, which is, as you can see, none of our provinces are Circassians. Circassians are right here. We basically imported a slave and made him into a Sultan. That's how Mamluks roll. And well, okay, just keep in mind that this allows us to get money for every province that follows the culture of our Sultan, and this allows us to get manpower for every province that follows the culture of our Sultan. It will all make sense once our guy dies. Alright, we've been ready. You know what? I will keep those 3. So knights can only really raid those 3 shitty provinces right here, but just because they annoy me and, well, those aren't very expensive. We'll just keep those 3 to patrol here and perhaps help fight a little bit later. So, we'll still want to sell those bloody transports though. I will accept royal marriage. Alright, I forgot to do embargoes, so let's... Okay, well, I will do them in a sec. Okay, that was enough, so let's cancel that for now. River of our rival, Ajam. How is Ajam? Somewhere here, I guess. Adal? I don't know where Adal is by Ajam. Oh, there he is. Let's wait, maybe something else will come up. I don't have a spare diplomat for that. Speed up. Right, let's embargo Aragon. Embargo those guys. Still don't have a rare marriage with them. So be it. Oh, okay, so this is good. Amir's lost 10 influence. Sadly, we cannot remove them quite yet. There needs to be a year after the game started, so we'll have to wait a few more months before we can start removing them. But yeah, that's a good start. We need the Jagiellon, so Poland will have Lithuania. Right, issue embargo, there we go. Power projection. So, speaking of power projection, at some point, sooner rather than later, we will want to go to war against Karakonlu. Kundlu? Yeah, those guys. They're our rival, and our vassal has cores on them, so it's an easy war. And we want to humiliate them, which will, first of all, raise our power projection, and second of all, allow us to fulfill one of the goals of Age of Discovery, which is humiliate a rival. We already are present on 2 continents, so that was easy. And the third one we will be able to achieve is get a large city. Our Cairo is right now what, 24, so we'll stack several of the development bonuses and get it to 30, which will get us first of all 3, which will add to power projection. So that's the first one. And firstly, and secondly, well, we'll get Splendor in faster pace. But what's also very important, we will have an option to enact Golden Era. For example, if we end up at war with Ottomans, so that should be quite useful. I do prefer early Golden Eras, especially as Mamluks, which is basically we need to survive Ottomans and then we are pretty much set. So it's not well. I guess if you were going for world conquest, you may consider going for Golden Era at the start of the Age of Absolutism, but 12. Okay, so I guess we'll get the claim faster. Have you guys allied then? Oh, fuck. Ah, shit. They already did war. Okay, let's... Okay, so as you can see, 6 out of 100 drill gives you 0.6, so it's basically 10% land fire damage, 10% shock damage, 10% shock and fire received, if you are. Yes, let's cancel drilling, move through here, and we'll try to conquer. Okay, who is in that war anyway? Oh, just Kandar and you. Right, and you are still allied in Kandar and so on. Okay, you know what, you go there as well. And army maintenance. Looking good. By the way, we already are at what, 6.3 income here. Damn it. Okay, well. Oh fuck, they're already sieging that. Not good, not good. That was bloody quick. Okay, let's go war with Canada. Of course, now there's a problem that if Ottomans decide to, for example, make them into a vassal for whatever reason, we end up at war with Ottomans, which would be pretty devastating. Alright, yeah, still, let's go. We can... of course, fabricate claim. Thank you. Are you guys still... yes, you are still alright. Oh well. Okay, well, we don't need a full force, not really, so... Oh, we have 13k there, interesting. Slow down. Oh, that's a lot of armies. Okay, maybe we'll be able to ninja besiege this whole thing. Yes, Kandar joined the war suddenly. Oh, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay, let's get like one guy. Just start besieging, basically. And then perhaps we'll be able to get Sinop at Kandar as well, just to finish the war quickly. Alright, and suddenly we won't be able to sell sell the boats for it. We're at war. Yep. Well, okay, let's start working. Well, continue working on. Oh, we don't have royal marriage. Look at that. And I guess we can stop building a spy network here. Start building a spy network against those guys, if only for the sake of getting siege bonus out of it, since we won't be able to fabricate any claims on them anyway. Build a spy network, there we go. And also a few, we will want to improve relations. Okay. Okay. Worried about this one. Okay, we got all of that. Improve relations. There you go. Oh, by the way, let's take a look at the new ledger, because as you can see, there are new interesting stuff here. So usually, if you just select the ledger, you got this, right? Infantry, cavalry, blah blah blah. But now you also get army quality comparison. As you can see, if we well, we are not we are not rivals against Ottomans quite yet, so okay, let's go with negative opinion, I guess. So Ottomans, they have they also got a guy with discipline. That's not good. Siege ability 7 because +5 because they are a lucky nation, defensiveness +10 because they're a lucky nation, of course, and due to mysticism. And right, we haven't discussed what this does. So this is basically missionary strength and fort defense and morale of armies, as you can see. If we max it out, and here national tax modifier, national manpower modifier, and technology cost. So, and of course, the worst you can do is be in the bloody middle, because that's where you are not getting anything. As far as how you gain and lose, basically, if you are declaring war against other Sunnis, you are going towards the mysticism. If you are converting provinces or declaring war against other religions, including Shias, then you are going towards legalism, something else. That's mostly it, I think. And the rest is just ruler interaction. Okay. I think we can bail. Just in case I miss an army showing up there. Let's see. They're being besieged. You know what? I grab that. Will they allow me to pass? They will not, sadly. Well, we do still have those ships here. So let's get one guy here. There we go. It's amazing that our guy is still alive. I mean, on the opposite of amazing, it's awful. Okay, what do we have here? Arrival of our Conqueror. What is it? Hamasian. Nope. Not interested. Next war is right here. Alright, so for centuries many followers of Ali have considered it necessary to hide themselves and feign adherence to other religion customs. So followers of Ali are Shia. Constance in order to keep their faith alive. Authorities of Al-Quds have increasingly came to expect that there is an increasing number of Shias among the local Sufi lodges, and would like our blessing in their attempt to root them out. Okay. So we can move towards legalism by getting Emnel of Palestine. We can move towards mysticism. And it's possible that Al-Quds becomes a Shia. Al-Quds is here. All of Palestine. What is our... This is a Palestine? No, this is in Syria. Okay, so this doesn't really hurt us. Except, 10 prestige hit. I think we are going to get to take this basically mostly because we'll get clerical ulema, which is clerics, to like us a bit more, which is always nice. Oh, another thing, of course, we want, I forgot, we want to boost our stability. Mostly because, well, boosted stability, well, having above 1 stability increases the likelihood of good events, so that's one, and second one, we want for prosperity to start ticking. And since, as I mentioned, we are not going to lose stability on Monarch's death, we at least want to get it to 2, possibly to 3, and get all the benefits. Oh, by the way, we missed our deadline. Where is it? I revamped those, so I don't remember now. We want to get rid of some of Amir provinces, as I mentioned. So let's start with those. This is 444, so this is not the optimal one. This one. We're going to remove this from Amirs and give it to merchants, since this is the one with both estuary and granary of the Mediterranean. I will give that to merchants as well. Let's see. I'm going to remove that one as well. And that will put them down to 36, but that's okay. I can buff it a little bit. Speaking of buffing, demand milk, nope. Cold diet. So we are now at 51. Basically what we want is to get to 40, because it will slowly tick up to 50 from 40. So if you will not end up with additional events that knock it down, you should be good with just with 40, and in a few years it will be back to 50. What else do we want? This is Bahari, so this is one of the things where we have protect trade, which is why we would want those kinds of provinces to become to belong to merchants, because then the autonomy doesn't affect production and doesn't affect trade. And once again, this is granary of the Mediterranean. So despite the fact that there is a 4 manpower here, I'm going to remove that, and once again grant it to the merchants. As you can see, there is a very little influence when it comes to merchants, so I think we're good for now. I would also like to remove that, but this is, I'm afraid, going to wait. As you can see, I have to wait 31, because this is once again inland center of trade. Can we manage to squeeze this one? Okay, this is ideal, so yes, we're going to remove that as well. But we're not going to grant it to the merchants, I don't think. Although, well... Oh, we cannot, alright, it needs to be 10, so even if I wanted to. And as for this, yes, I think we'll give it to merchants as well. So this is like the next stage. If we somehow get to just above 50, that would be the ideal. Dimi, the one you see here, this layer are the is the estate of infidels. Since we don't have any infidel provinces, it's kinda just there. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even show up if you look at here. For some reason, it does show up here. Oh, prestige is really hurting. What do you want? Genoa? Alright, so they are gonna get both. Timur's rivaled us back. It's alright. Now, how do you guys like us? I mean, one favor. And how about you? You should be getting favor faster? Oh, interesting. Yeah, one favor per year because they are weaker than us. And, well, weaker considering compared to them. They're also going to get one per year. Okay, oh, Jesus, growth of bloody cities attracts base tax in Giga. Amirs, oh, okay, so we basically can't afford this because we have no way of getting loyalty of Amirs up. Damn it. Wow. Oh, yeah. That's just terrible. Shit, okay. That's very unlucky. Oh, I guess we gambled on the armies. So if we were to go below 40, so that would be for 10 years unless we get get something. There's no way of increasing our loyalty right now. Not good at all. Well, we can give them bloody land back, but was not really the point. Yeah, but we simply cannot go for morale of armies minus 10%. Not really. Oh, yeah. Okay, I guess we are. Look at this fucking gear gun. Okay. We have to accept this. Yeah, I guess we can give that to Amis, which will, negate this whole autonomy bit. It will be painful. Okay, do we have somewhere where just revoke this? We can give you to the Amis. Well, actually, it's easier if we do it this way. I mean, something with possibly at least equal manpower to the rest of the bunch. Okay, this is ours. I'm sure it didn't work. 35. Back to fucking square one. Oh well. Well, we'll need to suffer for a bit, but we couldn't afford a 10% morale hit for 20 years. Not with Ottomans and other wars we need to fight. Okay. Now this is going to be problematic. Let's wait for them to get to 50, because I want to show something and then I will call them. Alright, so let's discuss this peace treaty in 10 days. Now, as you can see, we can invite a scholar from Hanafi, because they like us. We have above plus 50, but, well, we are going to invite him right before leveling up admin, so we'll have a chance for this to be used perhaps one additional time before it runs out, because it's, as I mentioned, 20 years. Alright, so for peace, But we want it all. Of course we cannot, right? Cannot vassalize them. Well, first of all, that would be ridiculous because, well, we would be 6 out of 4, which is a bit too much with the national focus too, so nope. Well, we just need to wait for them to get bored or Ottomans to get Skandar. Oh well. I'm not going to go speed 5, I don't think. How are we on? Yeah, barely there on tradition. Yeah, it's basically stopped on 12 due to our forts being maintained. Alright, let's move here and we can start drilling, I guess. And we'll have a second general, so well, the thing is that we really need this province because we want to build a fort here and stop Ottomans by forcing them to besiege a mountain fort behind the river, which would be ideal. Actually, there is no river. Well, almost that good. So yeah. Well, this is actually highlands, but well, it's a good defensible position to have anyway. Prestige, rival, the rival still. Pretty sure we won't be able to get prestige and oh, and we get called the. Let's remove that for a second. Yeah, we'll need to wait for them to get bored. Let's cut down army maintenance. Yes, I know. Talented judge. Okay, that's interesting. Syria area. So, that's also something new, right? Its areas are basically here. So Syria area will be, I guess, this bit or this bit. Oh, of course, this bit. Jesus, Sinai, Syria. That wasn't the case in the previous expansions. Usually things were for just provinces. State maintenance, local state construction cost. Or we get a cheaper philosopher. Philosopher is this guy, so we don't want a philosopher, so we'll just get ourselves this, which is actually nice because we are paying an arm and a leg for state maintenance here. For as long as we are converting to this. Oh, looks like they pissed out there. Okay, let's take all of the money. There we go. There we go. Alright, so that would be it for this episode, I think. We will deal with what needs to be dealt with in the next episode, and we'll probably try to go to war against those guys, possibly getting our allies on our side, at least this one. And we'll feed our vassal a little bit on top of getting this humiliation. For our checklist for Age of Discovery. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you are enjoying the series, and well, I will see you next time.